My name is Jim Campbell, and I'm the Chief Administrative Officer of Lavoro Technologies, headquartered in Houston, Texas.
My name is Amber Valentine. I'm the Financial and Business Operations Consultant for Lavoro Technologies. We are a SaaS company that works in the oil and gas field industry.
The company started in early 2017, and basically we have an edge computer that sits at an oil and gas well and collects and stores data from the automation systems that are already on that well. And so the intent is to do a lot of analytics at the wellhead, but eventually to move those analytics into the cloud, and we're following a subscription model. We have 15 employees and roughly at this point in time about $200,000 a year in revenue. So we're just now taking our first product to the market. Basically our software is designed to optimize production and to lower cost at a producing oil or gas well.
I would say in a lot of ways that there really wasn't life before Zoho when it came to CRM
Right.
or automation from a system standpoint, and it's really brought that all together for us in a way that's probably the most user-friendly CRM I've ever worked with professionally.
The fact that the CRM and books is integrated is really critical. Another thing that we wanted to do is because of the nature of our business, we have to track serial numbers on hardware, and you can't do that in QuickBooks. So we had to use inventory and use serialized inventory in Zoho. So now we receive inventory with serial numbers and ship inventory using serial numbers. I discovered Zoho through a previous company that I was working with. I was the CEO of the company, and we were looking for a CRM platform. And my wife, who was a NetSuite implementer, told me I ought to look at Zoho. I found Zoho to be, to meet all of our needs. I found ZBrains able to build the integration and the platform that we needed, and I was surprised at how affordable it was relative to the alternatives. So that's probably what really tipped us over.
So far, working with ZBrains has been great. Accessibility to support and help, and if we can't get answers through Zoho support, if it's something that's a little more complex, we know that we can go to ZBrains and present a problem that we are scratching our heads about, and they will give us a solution. And if they don't know, they'll talk to the developers and they'll help find one. And anything that we think is shooting for the moon sometimes, it's refreshing to talk to the team and have them come back and say, yeah, we can do that.
The project that we're about to kick off, I think Amber and I spent a long time talking about it and did workflows, but then we went to James, and James says, well, there's a better way to do it. So that was good, that he didn't just take what we wanted to do and muscle it through, which he could have done, but he said, he sat down with Amber for a couple of hours. She went up to Pasadena and sat down with him, and
there was a better way, and he made sure we knew what our options were. We were fully informed before taking a path down hyper customization that in the long run we could have easily broken as we continue to grow. He gave us a solution that we didn't even think of that will ultimately hopefully help us as we grow our business and our needs continue to evolve and adapt. It just allows us a lot more flexibility that we didn't envision initially.
And that project went well, and that came in when we expected it to. It worked the way we expected it to. They were very responsive when we had some issues up front, and it came in on time, on budget, which was important. We met James at ZBrains in Pasadena, and I could just tell he understood what we wanted to do.
And working with the team on the discovery process to identify what our needs are, what our use cases are, and then having them give us feedback, because being new users, we don't even understand, we're just scratching the surface on the functionality and what it's capable of. So having the help of the team to be able to say, here's what our needs are, and they say, great, we can do that, here are the options available to you. Just made it very easy.
I think we're in a very good place, so I would hope that within the next 3 years that we would be looking at several millions of dollars of recurring revenue. My personal opinion is I think Zoho is going to scale very well for us.
We have the luxury of being in a position where we don't have a lot of already built-in systems and software that we've been using, and being a new company, we're not in a position where we have several acquisitions under our belt and several different systems from different companies across the world. We're new and we get to choose what we want, and being somebody in the business and operations side of things, it's amazing for me to use a product that if Zoho can scale using Zoho, I think we could build something similar for ourselves in our business that will scale with us as we grow. Going forward, now we know if we're really going to deep dive into an app that's a part of Zoho, we want to make sure that we have the business owner who is going to be working with that element in the conversation. As far as Net Promoter Score, if it's a scale of 1 to 9 or 1 to 10, I get a 10 in my book.
Yeah, I recommended it as late as last Saturday. Met a guy that was starting a business, and he was saying that they were getting on QuickBooks, and I said, man, he was talking about getting a CRM package and getting on QuickBooks, and I just said, man, you need to look at Zoho.
We continue to work with them, so
yeah.
Absolutely, we would definitely recommend them.
I think a lot of the value that they're going to deliver we haven't realized yet, because we really haven't ramped up revenue yet, but I definitely think it's coming.
I would just add customer support from the Zoho side of it. He touched on it, but I have to say I've had really great experiences working with their team. Getting somebody on the phone is relatively painless and doesn't take a lot of time, and even if they can't help me with my question, they are very good about sending a ticket, making sure that somebody follows up with me. I've noticed with the time change that may be in the middle of the night my time, being in Pacific Standard Time, but as long as I get a solution in 24 hours for something, I'm a happy camper.